I'm Tommy Warhurst. Welcome into the Bearcat Den with Cullman football head coach Trent Walker. Coach, welcome into the Bearcat
Hey,
Den.
Tommy, good to see you again.
Hadn't got to talk since the day I can talk in person. We've been on the phone a lot. Hadn't got to interview him since he took the job. Talk about what it's been like since you first got here, Coach.
You mean other than drinking water through a fire hose?
Yes.
No, it's been great. It's been fast and paced, but I wouldn't want any other way. And a lot of that pace and speed and amount is just the energy and excitement that's been building. We had a really great. I got here February 1st. Was able to have a good 3 months with the players, the coaches, and our program, and then really be ready for summer. And so we've attacked summer, and here we are. It's already July 4th is already over. We talk a lot about July 4th being the official or unofficial start of football season, because after that 4th, it's pretty much here. And so executing our June plan, our July plan. Had some teams in here. We had Gunnersville here yesterday. I'm going to be going to having West Morgan come in for a 7-on-7. So getting to see some other teams, not just the Cullman Bearcats each day. So it's been good.
So talk a little bit about the summer schedule. A lot of folks think it's summer break, but in athletics there really isn't a break. Talk a little bit about the summer schedule.
We take off Memorial Day week. We think the guys have pushed hard for a semester, so we take that first week of summer off, and then we start what we call our kind of three days, 3 hours for 3 weeks. And so we kind of have the guys in here in the mornings for 3 hours. We did some football, did some athletic development, and some weightlifting and things like that. Just kind of set the table, get them acclimated to the heat again. Being outside, working out, and so those weeks are pretty relaxed. And we can start. The state allows us the 4th week of June to start our competitions. So we schedule some teams and some events that are different, which allow us again to take what we've practiced and put it against somebody else. So it's all in the spirit of getting better. We say compete, but really it's just about it's practicing against other teams. But you get to see different formations, different defenses, and things like that. So it's important that guys get exposed to that throughout the summer. And then we take 4th of July week off, kind of call it midsummer break, because after that it's full tilt till November, hopefully deep in November as we get going. But it's July, some more competitions, and we're taking off dead week this year the way it falls. We start preseason July 28th, so it starts July. When you say July, you start preseason practice. It seems early, but that's when not doing spring practice. We're allowed to start July 28th for our preseason work.
When you accepted the job back in February, one thing you talked about was the tradition here at Cullman High School. The tradition of playing hard-nosed, tough football. When you play us, you're going to know that you played Cullman. I'm seeing clips from the weight room, and I know those hard licks, the pounding that we want to put on opponents starts in that weight room. Talk about the weight program, what you've been going through there.
It does. We've talked about this, as a team. Again, our weight room here has been established as a strong point for Cullman for a long time, and we believe when you move heavy weights and you move them with the intent that we do, that builds tough people. That's not a natural thing to put 400 pounds on your back and squat down to the bottom of a squat and come out of it. And so we think that not only physical attributes it trains in their young people, but also just the mindset. Do hard things. It's kind of just something we talk about just casually. Do hard things, at least being able to do strong things usually. And so just the mentality of the weight room it was already established here before I got here. Our coaches and staff have done a good job in the transition of the intent of the weight room, but then summer kind of gets a different intensity to it. And we've tried to share some of that through our social media so people can see just how hard these young men are working. They are working hard. That's one thing that people ask, how's it going, Coach? I said, it's going great. Doesn't mean I don't raise my voice sometimes. It doesn't mean I don't, we don't, we're still teaching a lot. Today we taught how we put trash into a trash can. I said, if you have to stop to think about where exactly you're going to place that water bottle, why don't you just go ahead and take the bag out? So we're still teaching those things. Be here 4 or 5 months now. I'm still teaching how we want our program to run. But in terms of how it's going great. I said, it doesn't make you more experienced in certain key positions. But the atmosphere, the energy, the culture inside the building. We're starting roll call at 6:55. And I can tell you, our guys are sitting in their seats 10 minutes for that roll call with energy. And it just has the right feel inside the building.
You grew up playing on the hillside. You looked up to some of these men now whose pictures on the wall. Your picture's on the wall down the hall as a player. Talk about what it's like to be here as the head. I'm getting goosebumps telling you that now, Coach. And it's not even me, it's you. But talk about what it's like now to be here as the head coach back in your hometown.
It's special. You knew it's special, but every day you live it out, it continues to meet and exceed. Stand in front of your team. You can say things that you mean, that you did, that you saw men that you played with. Like, it just brings it to me a different depth than any place I've been to be able to talk about it. Because you did lay literal bricks around here and things like that. And to have, today we had 2 former players stop by practice, Zach Smith and Zane Smith. One was older than me, I looked up to. Zane was my quarterback, and I played alongside. So you had guys just stopping by that just, just continues the tradition of what it means, for Cullman football and the generational tie-in that, me coming back now and I feel like connecting both the past and also being excited about, where our future is headed.
We strap them on August the 15th at a jamboree in Winston County. Talk a little bit about that, Coach.
Yeah, so we were unfortunate to lose last year. After our program went to Northridge for a jamboree, we were unable to keep that relationship for that game to be here. So unfortunately, I had to kind of scramble and find something. But Winston County was doing a multi-team jamboree, so I was fortunate enough to kind of their coach offer us a spot with them. I think in some ways it's good because we'll see two teams, in two different quarters, so we'll get a chance to see some different things before we get ready to start a regular season against Bob Jones here on August 22nd. So kind of a different. We posted things. People didn't understand why we might be going to Winston County, but it's more we're grasping. The back half of the schedule season, most teams are locked in, and so we had to grab what we could get. We're just appreciative of the opportunity, and we say put the ball down. It doesn't matter where we play or who we're playing. We want to focus on being our best and playing to our standard, no matter where we're playing or who we're playing.
Yep. August 15th at Winston County in the Jamboree, then here for the season opener at Oliver Woodard Stadium on the 22nd against Bob Jones. We need to pack the stands here at Oliver Woodard Stadium. These guys are busting their humps throughout the summer, coaching staff and players as well, getting ready for that. We need to be here to support them. We'll visit with Coach as we get closer to the August 15th and August 22nd dates. And anytime you want to catch up on what's going on Bearcat football, the Cullman football Facebook page is there. They're also on Instagram, or you can also look at my page, which is the Voice of the Cullman Bearcats football and basketball on Facebook and also on Instagram, or you can follow my YouTube channel too, Tommy Warhurst on YouTube. With Coach Trent Walker, I'm Tommy Warhurst in the Bearcat Den. Go Cats.
Go Cats.